Hello and welcome once again to my Campervan kitchen. This week I'm making what I think represents Thai street food. If you've ever been to Thailand, you'll have seen this on pretty much every street corner where there is one of those little food kiosks, those food carts. Thai people eat this for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Today I'm making Moo Ping. Moo is pork, ping means to be grilled, usually on a skewer. Basically, translated, it means barbecue pork on a skewer. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So, I've got myself a pork loin fillet. I've got some oyster sauce, some sweet soy sauce, some ordinary dark soy sauce, a tablespoon of each. I'm using coriander root. I've got one. You can use coriander stems instead if you can't find root. I've got some palm sugar, and I've got some coconut milk, and I've got some tapioca starch. You can use cornstarch if you wish, but I prefer tapioca starch. In my mortar and pestle, I've got some ground black and white pepper. I'm going to add to the mortar and pestle the coriander root, which I need to chop into pieces because it can be a little bit difficult to grind down, and I need this to be quite fine. So I'm going to just chop this up. Okay, so I'm going to make that into a paste as best I can. Because it's quite dry, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil, which I missed out when I went through the ingredients. I've got half a cup of vegetable oil and half a cup of water. I'm just going to put a bit of oil in there just to help with the grinding. So I've got that down to a fine paste. Then I'm going to go in with the palm sugar, and I want to grind that down until it's all dissolved. I might need a little bit more fluid. Yeah, so I'm going to add some water. Okay, once I've ground that down into a paste, like so, I'm going to add all of the other fluids, the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, and the sweet soy sauce. Now I want to transfer that into a bowl. And I'm going to add the rest of the oil and the water and the coconut milk. Then mix that all up. Okay, let's see what it tastes like. Oh yes. That is delicious. Doesn't look much right now, but trust me, that's delicious. Okay, so I'm going to put the marinade to one side. I'm going to put the tapioca starch to one side also. I don't need that until tomorrow because I'm going to prepare the pork and I'm going to marinate it overnight. Sharpen my knife. I need a sharp knife for this bit. I'm going to cut my pork into thin slices. Like so. And I want to put all the pork in the marinade. And just mix that up so that it's all coated. Then I'm just going to leave that overnight and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Yeah, so these have been marinating overnight now in the fridge. So all that's left to do really is skewer them. So I'm using these metal double-pronged skewers, which just makes this job easier. But obviously you can use wooden bamboo skewers. All I'm going to do is just put as many on. All I'm going to do is just put them on like so. Just kind of concertina them sort of thing. It's a bit of a messy job, but it's worth it. If you're using wooden or bamboo skewers, then you need to soak them in water to stop them burning on the barbecue. And that's quite a chunky piece. Never mind, it's going on anyway. So yeah, so you want to achieve something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. The ones you see in Thailand look really, usually really perfect, but they're commercially made, and they tend to use cheap ingredients. I don't think they use coconut milk either. I think they use evaporated milk. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. So I'm just going to do a few of those. And there we have it. Obviously you can make more than that. These are quite full of meat. You can make them with less meat on than that if you want to spread them out a little bit further. But I'm making these just for myself. Obviously I'm not going to eat all of those in one go, so I'm gonna freeze a few. But these just need covering, putting in the fridge until I'm ready to grill them later tonight, and I'll catch up with you then. So I'm now just about to grill the skewers, but before I do, I'm going to add another coating. Now if you've seen this recipe before, if you've watched any other videos, you'll notice that they usually put cornstarch or another form of flour in the mix before they go on the skewers. What that does is helps to keep all of the liquid nice and thick and stuck to the skewers. I find it really difficult and messy to get all of the flour to mix in very well, so I do it a little bit differently. So what I've got is some of the marinade that I held back. Now this has already got some sugar in it, but I'm going to use the starch. I'm using tapioca starch, and I'm going to make a roux with the starch. Now, doing it this way, making a roux, makes it easier to mix in thoroughly with the marinade. Like so. That is far easier than trying to mix it all in by hand in the marinade when it's mixed in with the meat. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add some sugar. Now there's already some palm sugar in this mix, but I want to add a little bit more, so I'm just going to use ordinary white
granulated sugar, because I'm not bothered about the taste of the sugar in this. What I want is it for to caramelise and give me a glaze on the skewers. So all I'm going to do now is simply grill them. Ideally this would be done on flames on a barbecue. I don't have a barbecue and this is just as easy. You could even do it under the grill, it really doesn't matter. And I'm just going to keep turning them and basting them. And it's beginning to form a nice glaze on there now. These are almost done. And I'm happy with those now, they are definitely done. Just take them off the heat. And give that a try. It's still red hot, but I'm going to try it anyway. Oh yeah. I could have gone a little bit heavy with the coriander. You can taste the coconut and it's slightly sweet. That is very nice. Cheers. Thank you for watching.